Welcome back, guys. Remember, everything in this video is based on my personal opinions and observations. Nothing here is meant to be taken as fact unless stated otherwise. You're free to disagree, but keep it respectful and we can have a real conversation in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. With that being said, let's start. In my opinion, the Girlset situation is being twisted into something it never was. KG wanted to leave. She fought for herself and for her truth. She spoke about what happened, what she experienced, and what she directly saw and went through. And let's be clear, she never asked fans to boycott anything. In fact, she specifically told fans to support the members regardless, because her issue was never with the girls. Her conflict was with JYP America, not the members, not JYP the individual, but the branch and the people responsible for the way the situation was handled. That's why she was careful to distinguish between the company and the person. If the girls had truly wanted to leave, they probably would have. People act like they were trapped or complacent, but that's simplifying something incredibly complex. Kendall saying there are two sides doesn't mean she's calling KG a liar or dismissing what she went through. She's simply saying that the situation isn't as black and white as fans are trying to force it to be, and she's right. A lot of fans are reducing this entire thing into a cartoonish narrative. One side wants to deny what KG suffered. The other side wants to villainize the members who stayed. Everyone is desperate for a clear hero and a clear villain. They want a neat moral takeaway, something that fits into their black and white worldview. But real life, especially in the entertainment industry, is nowhere near that simple. KG went through something awful, full stop. That doesn't automatically make the four members who stayed bad people who betrayed her. I know, what a concept. Shocker. But K-pop fans hate nuance. They need someone to condemn because they want to feel morally superior, not because they care about the truth. The obsession with choosing a side has nothing to do with justice. It has everything to do with ego. There is no absolute certainty here, and there's no morally corrupted side except for the actual source of the problem. JYP America, the people who refuse to take accountability. The girls are victims too. KG is a victim. Girlset as a whole is made up of victims. All 6 of them were affected one way or another. Turning on the girls, attacking them online, or trying to label them traitors helps no one except people's desire to feel righteous. As for whether I'm supporting the girls moving forward, I'm honestly not sure yet. I wasn't a VCHA fan back in the day. I didn't watch A2K. I don't have any long-term attachment to any of them. I like Camila, and that's about it. And yes, I like Little Miss, but I hate commas, so I guess I'm split right down the middle at this point. This whole situation is layered, emotional, and complicated. Trying to flatten it into a simple good side versus bad side narrative does nothing but erase the truth and the humanity of everyone involved. Since Ador announced Haran and Hyun's return, the so-called 3 Jeans, as the public has labeled them, Minji, Hani, and Danielle, also announced their return just a few hours later. But as we've come to learn, there was never an actual discussion between them and the company. They simply informed Ador, and Ador didn't respond. So instead of having a proper conversation or negotiation, they basically bypassed the company entirely. The truth is, New Jeans as a group aren't officially 5 members again, and the return of 3 Jeans hasn't been confirmed in any formal sense. Ador wanted individual discussions with each member before any announcements were made. That didn't happen, and now a lot of fans and insiders are speculating about what could come next. Some people are claiming that a full 5-member return would be good for Ador financially and legally. After all, Ador had previously argued that they were ready to take all 5 members back, but just taking them back without conditions could send the wrong message. It could reinforce the idea that these members can act however they want, whenever they want, without consequences. Ador holds all the power here. Legally and contractually, the 3 Jeans don't have the leverage they think they do. Allegedly, MHD still believes they have some kind of rights or bargaining power, but that's not really the case. They're overestimating their influence. From my perspective, Ador shouldn't rush to take these 3 back, or make it seem like they're desperate to welcome them. The company can reject them outright given the number of breaches and complications that have already occurred. No other companies or groups are likely to touch these members aside from MHD, and there's even a chance they could be blacklisted in the industry for future activities. Fans are wary of seeing these members near other HYBE artists, and staff reportedly have concerns as well, especially about how bringing them back could affect the working environment. In my opinion, the situation is still very much 50-50. A lot depends on whether Minji, Hani, and Danielle are willing to come back with the right attitude, leaving egos, demands, and entitlement at the door. If they can show genuine professionalism, a return might be possible. But if not, there's a very real chance Adore could reject them entirely, and things could get extremely difficult for them legally and professionally. This isn't just about money or popularity, it's about accountability, respect for the company, and the precedent set for future group management. Adore has the power, and the decision they make now could shape not only the future of New Jeans, but also how the industry views artist conduct and contracts going forward. I honestly hate when people make me defend Chaewon. Like, why? I don't particularly like Chaewon, and I probably never will, but some things just need to be said because the conversation is getting ridiculous. First of all, Chaewon is naturally tanned. That's a fact. The assumption that he isn't tanned just because he's Korean? That's kind of racist. Skin tone isn't a one-size-fits-all thing, and to automatically assume he's light-skinned or white because of his ethnicity ignores reality. Yes, Chaewon has expressed admiration for Black culture and has appropriated aspects of it in the past, but that doesn't change the fact that his skin is naturally darker. Chaewon doesn't look white. At this point, the conversations about his skin tone feel like people are reaching. It's distracting, unnecessary, and frankly, it's overshadowing the issues that actually matter. The more people nitpick every little move Chaewon makes, the less serious the conversation about accountability becomes. When you obsess over small details like this, it makes you look more like a hater than someone genuinely concerned about issues of racial sensitivity. You're not helping anyone hold Chaewon accountable in a meaningful way. In fact, you're making the situation worse because it turns legitimate criticism into noise. We need to focus on real actions, real accountability, and the bigger picture, not just skin tone or every tiny thing he does. If you care about supporting Black communities and making meaningful criticism, this constant nitpicking is doing nothing but hurting the conversation. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.